What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Movie Monthlies. Another month. But I'm joined as always by my partner in crime, Mr. Seán Mead. I'm just back from holidays. Seán, how are you?
I'm not back from holidays, Conor. So take that as you will.
So you should be right on top form. You are like not out of practice at all.
Oh, you would think so. Yeah. I was here doing the show on my own. I just didn't record it. No, I got a face full of pollen earlier. So if I take any sneeze breaks, that's look, I'll do my best, but
amazing.
Could happen.
Sorry about sending you that box of pollen.
No. Look, it was an odd choice, but I respect the hustle.
I thought it'd be a laugh.
Oh, and it was. Everyone else laughed.
So yeah, this is Movie Monthlies. This is a show we used to do weekly, and then we stretched out to monthlies, where we kind of discuss all of the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally have a bit of a chit chat about everything to do with film.
Yeah.
So what's kind of changed is because, you know, monthly now means we only touch on the good stuff.
The cream of the crop. See, basically we burnt out and we weren't enjoying movies anymore. So we changed it, and now this is just the show that suits us.
We're also at a very unique stage in our relationship, Seán, in that I have seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
And I am seeing it tomorrow evening. Or
is it a cross?
It's a cross. It's a cross, and then next one is Beyond.
Yeah. So I have seen Across the Spider-Verse. You have not, and you are seeing it tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm sitting here with all of that information. For anyone listening to this who's also seen it, we know. Like, we're all in the know.
Seems like at some point this week we should do a review of it where everyone has seen it and can talk about it, Conor.
A review of the movie that everyone's talking about that's made a lot of money.
Look, it's wild for us, but maybe we jump on that train for a little bit.
Do something on time. I like hitting it after a month when you know it's not hot anymore, nobody's going to click on it, but that's when you really get them in.
Yeah, there was a time we reviewed a movie like 2 or 3 weeks late. It might have been Black Panther or something like that. Yeah,
I thought that was good. That was a great idea. We're great businessmen.
That's it, because just when people think they've forgotten about it and don't care, boom, we show up.
And they're like, I can't really remember the plot anymore. Then when you hit it with a review.
Wish someone could explain that to me. But no, Spider-Verse review will be coming soon-ish. It'll happen.
Yes. But, Seán, we are back with a whole host of more episodes. Last week we took the week off. We are back with 3 days this week. We got Weird News and Hero Zero coming up this week.
Can I have some time off? This sounds a little busy.
You had last week off. What the fuck?
Sorry. Yeah, no, yeah. No, but I need another week.
I should have had having a sick day. But Seán, we're starting off this week with the only place I could start, and that was Spider-Man news for the last few weeks. And it's not the Spider-Man you're thinking of, because Tom Holland has confirmed that Spider-Man 4 meetings are taking place, with an MCU return looking likely for himself and Zendaya in Spider-Man 4.
Interesting, because famously at the end of No Way Home, spoilers for No Way Home, spoilers for anything we talk about really today, Zendaya, the character, Mary Jane Watson,
no, the woman,
forgot who Peter Parker was. So now she's showing back up in the movie.
Yeah. So, well, look, I mean, you can look into that all you want, but I mean, you would have to be, and I'm not messing around here, the dumbest motherfucker alive to do Spider-Man 4 and go, do you know what we'll do? We won't cast Zendaya because she forgot him in the last movie, and I hate money.
And on press tours, they have absolutely no chemistry together.
I mean, there might have been one guy in the fucking studio room that's like came up with that idea. It's like, well, why would we include her? Sure, she can't remember Peter Parker. It doesn't make any sense to have MJ in the movie. And everyone's like, do you like money, John? Shut the fuck up.
The Spider-Man 4 then would be basically Peter Parker as people know him in the comics, is where he's starting out in 4. Because he's broke, he lives alone, he has no friends or loved ones. That's essentially what we're dealing with here. I
mean, that is Peter Parker in a nutshell. Yeah. That is the Peter Parker we know and love.
Except for in the comics at the minute where they're doing really wild fucking stuff with the character. It's entirely insane.
I have heard negative stuff about it.
Yeah, so they had a whole thing about they just like basically snapped a couple of children out of existence because they were MJ's
you know how
kids.
it is.
Spider-Man can never be happy. They never allow that character to do anything or be happy.
They gave him kids.
No, not his kid. Now, look, he had kids before.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
He did, but they killed them too.
Oh, they'll kill anyone he gets too close to, or sires.
Or sires.
Sires, I'm bringing sires back. Why do I speak like this every so often?
Sires. They'll kill any sire he gets.
Any sire at all.
Wasn't there a thing where Mary Jane... I mean, this is like proper novice stuff.
Hit me with
But
it.
didn't Mary Jane get like really sick because...
yeah. So the radioactive spider that bit Peter Parker made, let's say, every fluid in his body became radioactive.
For his sires.
And look, they attempted siring so much that she got cancer. And fucking
that is
died.
A plot point. Once again, that was John. He's like, lads, I've come up with a fucking genius idea.
I know exactly what we're going to do here.
But what do you think of a Spider-Man 4? I mean, I think we all kind of knew it was going to happen. This is kind of the first official confirmation that, yes, the main issue, and this is going to probably affect all of the news we have for today, or for this month, is there's a little thing called a strike going on at the minute.
With all the writers who write the films.
With the Writers Guild, yes. And so that is going to push back any announcement that we have in all this stuff, probably by at least 6 months to a year.
True, but also fair. Because if they can't make the films,
I'm not saying that in terms
I'm not
of
saying that you're coming out
grip.
as a fucking union buster over here. Like, I'm just being like, oh no, like
this is how I announce it. Well, I think they should get back to fucking work and start doing
fucking
Spider-Man
time's
4.
ticking, boys. What are we doing here? Do you see? Actually, on Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds isn't allowed improv because he's in the Writers Guild.
Yeah, because that's technically writing.
I mean,
but if Ryan Reynolds isn't allowed improv as Ryan Reynolds, then what are his scripts? I don't know.
Unless maybe he's a really excellent, like, full screenplay writer, and he just never gets to flex that.
Like, I don't know. In terms of all of this, like, the Writers Guild obviously is going to impact this greatly.
Yeah.
Especially with the movie. I mean, they haven't even cast it yet. They haven't written it. Unless they somehow, some way have a script finished already, which I guarantee has not happened.
No, as we all know, Marvel scripts are written up until and sometimes during filming starts.
Sometimes after.
Sometimes
in the editing
after
process.
as well. It's
Add a
wild.
few people in.
God,
throw
Thor
a few
Love and
people
Thunder
out.
was good, wasn't it?
There's probably going to have to be a few edits around villains in the next few movies.
I would say so. Oh yeah, that's another thing that's happening. We'll wait to see what happens with that. The thing about Spider-Man 4, though, in particular as well, is that you have Sony involved. So if there was anything that I'd be sure, like, because, you know, some projects might get canned or lost in the writer's strike, but Sony and Spider-Man, they will always want another Spider-Man. So, like,
and also, if they can get Holland and Zendaya back, Sony,
as you say, they'd be mad not to, like.
I mean, there's no point in not doing that. If there's even a sniff that Tom Holland is happy to come back until he's 30, they will keep bringing him back until he is 30.
Exactly. And on the other side of it, for Marvel in general, maybe it's a good thing that they just kind of slow down with some stuff. People have been saying that for a while. You know, quality, not quantity and all that.
Maybe take a break, but maybe.
Why are we getting Agatha Coven of Chaos, for example?
I think that got delayed.
Good. Delay it indefinitely until the universe explodes.
And, like, actress, fantastic. The whole thing.
Nothing against Catherine Hahn or anything like that.
No,
but that's
she's
a movie.
Great.
That's a show that's being put into production solely because it was a fun character on a different show who had a song that went semi-viral.
I feel like I've gone insane in the last few months in that sometimes when I hear reports of some project, I don't know if anyone else does this, I now start imagining this is definitely something that would happen in a movie that's about, like, how society or something would happen in The Boys, because I'm thinking of like those Boys adverts about those movies,
which are spot on, by the way.
Which are spot on. But I'm always, whenever these things get announced, I'm always like, would this be a trailer or something in The Boys? And I'm like, it fucking would. We're living in that timeline at the moment.
Yeah, like I hear some announcements and I'm like Dom Toretto definitely would have this idea and think it's great, you know? And that's my benchmark.
Did you watch a Fast and Furious movie recently?
Not recently, no not at all.
Okay,
but I've been getting a lot of clips on TikTok, Conor.
Have you? Oh, good.
I also watched on TikTok the other day the entirety of Inception, but
how it was meant to be viewed.
Yep, watched it Memento style, all out of order.
I've started. I was at work, and you know, like I put like a video on in the background.
Yeah.
When I'm just working away, and I have now. There's great joy. I'm watching people watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1 for the first time.
Oh,
but I don't like it if they've already seen it. What I want that moment at the start of them being like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" And then about halfway through being like, I would die for that raccoon.
I will kill myself if anything happens to the tree.
Yeah, like I think it's there was one that is my particular favourite, and it's with this like couple, and the guy had seen the movie and the girl hadn't, and I was like, okay, right. And so I was like, okay, let's see it. And at the end of the review, she just goes, "Yeah, that was fine," and you can see the moment where his heart breaks.
Oh no.
Because he's so heartbroken, because we're all like, what? How is it just
you have
fine?
That response? That's the incorrect response to that film.
like it's fine. Objectively, you're allowed to have your own opinion.
Yeah, totally.
But it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Not even that was fun.
Dude, watching someone watch something for the first time is a great experience. It's like all the video, like showing people the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. Like, better than the show, objectively.
No, yeah, I hate those, like the ones in the bar where they're all going fucking insane for every scene. Can't deal with that shit.
Give me friends on a couch who trusted one person to recommend something and are about to have it all ripped away.
And there's one that doesn't understand what's going on. The others are kind of explaining it real quick, and then you can see their heartbreak because you can see you and them. There's great stuff. We could start a reacting thing ourselves, but we've seen everything that's ever been made.
That's true, and we've talked about it off mic, and none of you will ever get to hear it. Ha 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 ha.
So Spider-Man 4, excited or not excited?
Excited. I hope they keep him in that suit for the entirety of the film, like the suit he made at the end.
It's a beautiful suit. They're
definitely going to give him a different suit, and I'm not happy about that. But
no, don't bring back like the Iron Spider suit or anything.
I think that's kind of gone. I think he's just fresh slate.
Leave it at that. That was such a beautiful suit in the snow at the end of that.
So fucking good, and it's like slightly shiny, and it's different materials, and he made it himself. But
I'll tell you something about that movie. It's nowhere near the best Spider-Man movie I've seen in the past 3 years, Seán.
Go away.
Nowhere
really?
near. I have a particular other movie in mind that I've seen recently that I think you might like.
Well, I'm just furiously trying to think of any other Spider-Man project, but I can't. Do you know Spider-Man and his Super Friends, the kids show that's on Disney XD? You might be familiar.
Yes.
No,
either.
Do you know who sings the theme song for
that? No, who?
Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy.
Does he?
Yeah. And that's like the perfect Venn diagram.
Like it.
Honestly, yeah.
That's what dragged you in.
Dragged me back in. It's my favourite Spider-Man animated project, I would say.
I mean, that is wrong. That's just wrong.
I haven't seen it. What am I meant to do?
What about Into the Spider-Verse?
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good.
I thought you were about to say, that's all right.
No, yeah, I was gonna, but then I realised
fantastic.
I'd be struck down, and then I might never become Spider-Man myself if I said that.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So, Seán, we're going to move on to our next piece of news that's not Spider-Man related. For the week that's in it, I know it feels like there's no other movie, but there apparently is other movies. And the thing is, one of our favourite current movies that is going on, Gladiator 2, Sean.
Yeah.
We love this movie because Paul Mescal, Irish man Paul Mescal, one of the lads, one
Local
of our crew,
legend Paul Mescal.
Local legend Paul Mescal, man who was not meant to make it and is somehow fucking killing it. He is starring in Gladiator 2, and we also know Denzel Washington is in Gladiator 2. This is Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2. But now reports have come out that Pedro Pascal is set to join the cast of Gladiator 2. Paul Mescal is now with Pedro and Denzel Washington in the same movie.
They're going to have such charisma together, talking on set, behind the scenes interviews, all of this. It's going to be gold. The Barry is off the movie now, isn't that what I heard as well?
Oh, sorry, Barry. Is Barry on it or off it?
He was on it for a while. I think there's a scheduling conflict that means he maybe can't be on it anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, look, you couldn't handle that amount of charisma and just friendliness in one room.
I think there's a thing that you can't have two Irish men in the same movie at the same time, otherwise the world will implode.
What about Banshees of Inisherin? If I could just immediately call you on
ones that aren't set in Ireland. If it's an American film, but it's two Irish people in the movie and they have to be lead roles. This is a really intricate and tough one. Okay, the first obvious choice is Donald Gleeson, but has he ever starred across somebody who's Irish?
Donald Gleeson was in... Oh, wait now, hang on, that's going to be a tough one.
There's a good bit of trivia.
Look, if I wasn't on the spot and being recorded and could see time ticking away.
Okay, so you have Brendan and you've got Colin and in Bruges, but that's made by Irish.
It's in Ireland for a bit.
Irish.
It's in Ireland for a bit.
Yeah,
in that movie.
It can't have any ties to Ireland whatsoever.
No ties to Ireland whatsoever.
There's just two Irish lads in it. What
about Eternals? Barry... And there has to be one other dude in there.
Angelina Jolie's a bit Irish, is she?
Yeah. Well, the Boondock Saints. None of them are Irish, but they're meant to be.
It holds up. My theory that I've just made up holds up under the most strenuous scrutiny. It's just, you can't find them. You can't name one at this exact moment, so I win.
Okay, do you think this is a specific... Google, like it's too specific. Movies
There's
with
no
two
way you could Google
Irish
movie
actors.
with two Irish men, but also not set in Ireland.
I can do that filtering in my... No, I don't want Banshees of Inisherin. Give me a different film. These are all good Irish films. No.
Can't have Michael Collins either. Can't have Sins of the Father. No. Can't have...
No. The Irishman. No, that's a different one.
No, they're none of them are Irish.
Oh, hang on. What are we doing here? Okay, so look, another friend of the pod who doesn't know we exist. Chris O'Dowd's been in some movies. All right. What? He was in Thor: The Dark World with famous Irish actor
Chris O'Dowd in Thor: The Dark World as a main character in that movie.
I would say he's key to the plot.
Is he?
He sets up the drama between Jane and Thor.
Oh, that we all love and adore.
Yeah.
It's great drama.
Loving the Thor. Hate myself more than any of you hate me.
What do you think of Pedro Pascal in Gladiator 2? I mean, obviously fantastic.
Obviously fantastic. He doesn't have a great track record with winning duels, just in parts that he plays. No,
he's actually 100% at a loss.
Yeah,
in whatever
he's 100%
lose
lose rate because he's no longer Mandalore. The Viper thing happened, so it's not looking good.
And so you're saying they should have a scene early on where he comes in and you're like, holy fuck, that's Pedro Pascal. I didn't know Pedro Pascal was... And his eyes just get popped immediately. Like first 5 minutes.
What got me about that scene was the teeth skittering across the floor. It's like, oh, it's rough. Oh, you're not growing them back. Those are adult teeth.
You can grow the eyes back, but not the teeth.
Would you rather lose all your teeth or lose both your eyes?
What the fuck are you talking about? Obviously the eyes.
Sometimes I ask a question just to ask a question, you know? It's
but like, Who's going to be like, you know what, actually, I'd love to have both my eyes popped, but keep a lovely set of chompers on myself so I can have a nibble whenever I want?
I'd wager a dog would make that choice. Now,
but dogs are idiots.
Hey, now, get over yourself, you prick.
The way you said that was very Chris O'Dowd, by the way.
I know.
People commenting on TikTok to be like, Sean is Chris O'Dowd, which is hilarious.
Yeah, look, they can comment all they want. It doesn't make it any more or less true.
Also, the fact that Pedro Pascal he's gonna have to fit it in around doing The Last of Us Season 2, which is currently getting scheduled, but obviously going to be pushed back due to writer strike once again. Now it's on HBO. Oh no, actually no, it's on Max.
It is on Max. Sorry, we can't call it HBO Max anymore. I have one. Now it hasn't come out yet. Oppenheimer has Cillian Murphy and Kenneth Branagh.
Nice.
It's
Branagh's you don't associate Branagh with us, I think.
No, you don't. But you know,
where's Branagh? What's his connection to us? Where's he from?
He's born in Belfast. He was born in Belfast, Conor.
Okay, fine. Okay, that is... You got there, but it hasn't come out yet, so I'm right for another few months.
You either have to allow Branagh, or you have to say that Belfast isn't a part of Ireland. Which one are you going to do?
The fuck? Why is the pressure come to me?
It's all down to this. The world is listening.
I'm allowing Branagh all day. He's coming from the island.
Excellent. If Spotify does that thing where they ask you what you thought of the episode, name another film with 2 Irishmen in it.
It has to be 2 Irishmen. This is our one random request of the week. Also, if you could give us a rating or some sort of review, that would be ideal as well.
That would also be nice. We did get a comment on the Psylocke episode of Hero or Zero saying that it was the best report yet, but they got confused from about the 7-minute mark onwards.
That was me, sorry.
All right, no worries at all.
That was me commenting. 7. They lasted 7. I'm pretty positive that goes off the rails around... maybe the 3-minute mark. Fairly swift to be fair. If you haven't listened to the Psylocke episode, please go back and listen to it, because I mean you'll feel like you're having a brain problem, but that's not you. That's Seán. That's entirely me, and also comics is doing that. Yeah. Seán, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and weirdly it's following the same trend, but this, I think, Seán, and I think this might be going under the radar, but we are having another Flash-like movie experience with a certain movie called Blade. Now, Seán, if you remember when we first started this show, Flash was the movie that became the running gag because it kept getting pushed back. It didn't have any directors. Then it had too many directors. It had no writers. Ezra Miller was writing it. And then you had... a bunch of allegations, a bunch of actual crimes committed. Just the old usual crimes, you know how it is. You had a universe in turmoil. It was a whole thing. You had a pandemic in the middle of everything. And it got pushed back about 19 times. Well, Blade, when Mahershala Ali for the MCU, Seán, looks to be the next Flash, because we've had a few reports already of behind the scenes problems. It was set to start filming last year, I think in October of last year, and then just before filming started, they looked at the script and they said, this is really shit. This is 90 pages and really bad. And so Mahershala Ali said, I'm not doing this movie, I have an Oscar if you're going to serve this 90-page script and then figure it out on the day, which fair folks to him. Absolutely. So it's still in, so we need one movie in development hell at all times, I think, on this podcast. So the one at the minute is Blade, as the writer's strike has now taken another chunk out of Blade because they didn't get the script done in time and they were still writing it, and now it's just kind of out there. They were set to start filming next month. I don't reckon it'll be done by then. So we're probably looking at 2025 or 6 for Blade then. I think originally it was 24. I think originally it was next year. If they were meant to start filming next month, I don't think that's happening. Unless it's because originally it was meant to start filming in September, October, finish around February this year, then maybe late 2024. Yeah, but I don't see
that happening. But that means everything's getting pushed back. Like, because unless nothing of note happens in Blade that affects, I don't know, Secret Wars, which, look, push it back and just write it good when you do get to write it, would be the advice there. Just make it a good film.
Well, I mean, what happened was that he recently hired the True Detective creator, Nick Pizzolatto, I think is how you pronounce that second name, to work on the script. So the guy who worked on True Detective, a show everyone loves in terms of it's an excellent show.
Great show.
So what happened was Mahershala Ali, he goes out. He's like, this script is shit. Who do I know that I starred in a series with them that's one of the best script writers in Hollywood? Oh wait, Nick, he's around, and he was hired last month to have a look at the script and work on it.
Yeah.
But then, of course, the strike has now come in. So time, and the insider has said, time simply ran out. And so he didn't have enough time to work on it. And so now the whole movie's going to be shut down. Sean, my question is simple. Will we ever see Blade?
Oh, man, I really hope so, right? Because Blade is like the entry point gateway to all the weirder stuff in Marvel. And like, you know, this coming from, we do have Werewolf by Night and Man-Thing in the universe now. But like Blade is like, has the perfect combination of name recognition, cool character design, and weird monster shit that I love. But I would not be surprised if they recast Blade. Because I could see Mahershala Ali just being like, I'm going to do actual movies.
It's one of those things where they actually went too good.
Yeah.
Which actually a few years ago would have been fine. You get the best in. They were running like a fucking clock. They were pumping these out 3 a year.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And so they bring in Ali. He's like, I'm literally one of the best actors alive on the planet. And I could do that. And they were like, that's our dream casting. And then he said yes. And they're like, oh shit, we've got an Oscar winner doing Blade. And then they didn't live up to their end of the bargain.
Yeah. And then we had like Angelina Jolie showing up in Eternals. And like, character didn't really get to do all that much. Like,
she did a flip at the end. She had a bit of a slice with Richard Madden.
Look, and Jason, we all love a slice of Richard Madden, Conor.
Did you see that Richard Madden show Citadel?
Oh, the second most expensive show ever made that no one likes.
It's absolutely fucking atrocious.
I have no frame of reference for what it's about. It looks like a pound shop DVD version of The Bourne Identity.
No, it's like I would classify it as like James Bond, but like 2001 James Bond.
Oh.
Like skis going down the side of the mountain James Bond.
But not in a fun way, in a like, this is entirely serious thing.
And then there's also memory loss. Everybody's got amnesia. So it reminded me a lot of the Futurama scene with the robots sitcom, where it's just like, I have amnesia, then you have it.
Oh, yeah,
everybody's got amnesia. Everyone's a spy. Everyone's unkillable, which is ideal for a movie about the two characters in certain situations where they should definitely die. But they're really pretty human beings, so you know what I mean? They're going around.
Yeah, it's what is it? Like, who wants that?
I think it got sold because they said they've got Madden.
Yeah.
Or they had like all the cast, all the crew. They had an idea of what they wanted it to look like, but then they forgot to write the script until like the week before, and they were like, "Oh fuck, we need a script."
I just don't know what market that caters to, because like the Prime Video stuff is like, you got like your Jack Ryans and your spy movies and TV shows. I don't know why you need to double down with just your own one, you know?
And also, I just watched The Night Agent, which is a show that this is the year of The Night Agent, Sean.
Year of The Night Agent, back in a big way. Never left in some people's eyes.
So, I mean, I just wanted to bring up Blade again just to let you know what was happening, because I feel like this could be a New Mutant situation. It could go to 26, 27, and then I think Mahershala Ali will just leave, and then we'll have a big, massive problem because who are they bringing in?
That's the thing. Like, yeah, the worst thing would be for it to just like limp on for years and then just slowly release with no celebration or fanfare.
They call that the New Mutants.
New Mutants effect, yeah.
So we're moving on to, I mean, Fast and Furious, right?
All right.
Like, I'm
going to check out for about 10 minutes or so.
No. I don't want you to check out. I want you to just. Is anyone else sick of these movies? But also, and also, Dwayne Johnson.
I'm sick of the drama around all of the. No, I like.
Dwayne Johnson is returning as Luke Hobbs, but not in the Fast and Furious. In a Fast and the Furious spin-off.
Didn't he already have one of those?
He did, Hobbs and Shaw, but now he's coming back.
Because Black Adam made no money, isn't that right?
So, look, I feel like weirdly every month now we seem to just pick a fight with The Rock, but I don't know.
That was a bit that we had in the early days of the show, that we were going to start a feud with The Rock, and now everyone's on our side, I think.
I think we've come around. We were crazy.
We were rebels.
No, I think a lot of people are now just do something else, but they've also now starting to see the logic. So he went down on his own. He's like, fuck you, I'm not doing Fast and Furious 10. I'm going to go make Black Adam. Adam did very well in some markets, apparently, according to him, but it didn't do very well in...
Dwayne Johnson's numbers, it's the best movie ever made.
It didn't do very well in the other markets that they had the numbers up in. And also, review-wise, not very good. And also, movie-wise, not very good.
And sticking power-wise and word-of-mouth-wise, not very good.
Yeah. But, so he was then kind of out on a limb, and now he's kind of going back to the movies that he probably will see a Jumanji 4 at some stage, Jumanji 3, and I think Luke Hobbs is definitely, now he's confirmed as returning as Luke Hobbs, because I think that's solid and safe, and you can make a shit ton of money doing that.
Is that? But do you think that's what he's in it for? It's just like, no, it's a guaranteed billion or whatever, because those any Fast and Furious movie makes a rake of money.
I don't think he's even looking for money for himself. I just think he's
just ego.
He wants the box office, I think, and I think it's a much more solid box office in the Fast and Furious franchise. But I mean, even in the last movie, Jason Momoa apparently is having a fight with Vin Diesel now because he went over the top in the last movie.
But everything I've heard about the last movie is that Jason Momoa is the best part of it.
Because he's like, he knows what movie he's in, but everyone else doesn't know that they're in that movie.
Yeah. I saw a clip today of Vin Diesel, like, tipping a car back upright with one hand. Like, who is under the illusion that this is anything but a goof?
Yeah, it's a goofball. I mean, there's a scene in the last movie, number 9, in which Tyrese gets surrounded by, I think, like 12 lads with guns in a forest. Yeah. And I was like, this is where he's dead. And he defeats all 12. He doesn't have a gun or anything. He just defeats them. They're surrounding him.
They could easily kill that man, is what you're saying.
If they all shot at once, they would shoot each other, but they would definitely get him as well.
I can't wait. I wish no ill will towards anyone who likes those movies or anyone who makes money off of the production or sale of those films. I cannot fucking wait for them to end so we can stop fucking hearing about them. And honestly, same with all movies at this point. Leave me alone.
What about Spider-Verse?
Oh, I'm seeing that tomorrow. I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah.
But after that one, and then Oppenheimer and Barbie, actually. But after that one.
And Guardians last month. We're on a bit of a fucking roll here.
Do you know what? Some films are all right. I just make all right films.
Films are good. The last 2 films I've seen are Guardians and Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And I'm flying high.
Oh, no, I'm having a great time. I'm playing into a bit, by the way. Films are still good and you can enjoy things.
Sean, speaking of films are still good,
if you say Indiana Jones, I'm going to punch your teeth down your throat. Okay.
I have a feud that I never thought would happen, but Tom Cruise, this has filled me with joy. Tom Cruise, he's coming for Christopher Nolan.
Who would have thought? 2 people as dedicated to saving the art of cinema as them.
We thought they were our heroes, but apparently they are also villains towards each other.
So what? Yeah. Now I only saw like a headline, like a surface thing of this, but it's something to do with the release date, is it?
So Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 with Tom Cruise has a bit of a bone to pick with Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. So according to the news, Cruise is pretty pissed off that Universal's upcoming biographical feature Oppenheimer, directed by Mr. Nolan, will be taking over all the IMAX screens for 3 full weeks beginning July 21st. Dead Reckoning is booked to play on the majority of all those screens from July 12th. Beginning July 21st. But then Mission Impossible opens July 12th. Mm-hmm. So 9 days before. But what Tom Cruise was then told was 9 days into your cinematic run, Mission Impossible is being taken out of IMAX because Oppenheimer's being put in every single IMAX screen in the country and the world.
Fucking hell. I mean, the Oppenheimer, by the way, might not do well. Like, it's going to be a great film. I have no real doubt about that.
That movie makes no sense how it got made.
It makes no sense how it got made. I don't know who it's really marketed to. It's 3 hours long and it got an R rating this year.
It's R-rated. It's 3 hours long. It's got a fucking amazing cast. Christopher Nolan is writing about something he clearly enjoys, but it's like a historical project.
Biopic, like
a historical biopic that's 3 hours long and is R-rated is a very hard niche to really get to market. It's
hard to fill on a Tuesday afternoon. Do you know?
Do you know what I'd like to go see with the kids?
Yeah, no, Oppenheimer. Yeah, but at least Barbie, it's a weird, wild concept. It's 90 minutes. It'll be fine. But Oppenheimer, it's just a weirder sell. I have no doubt it'll probably be good. The reels to show it on, it's apparently like 6 miles long or some shit.
Yeah. Like, but I think that's just news they bring out just to kind of like, wow, he's doing this.
Film's definitely not dead. There's one guy still using it.
One guy who hates Warner Brothers now, but he's still using it.
He's with Universal now, is he?
Yes, that's where the problem is arising, because Mission Impossible is also in Universal, and Mission Impossible is Universal's like big thing.
I know, but they fucking nabbed Christopher Nolan, and they will give that man the sun if he wants it.
So here's the thing, right? So Tom Cruise, he's the star player.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we can get the star player from the other team that's better than us, and they get the better star player. And now they've got 2 star players, but they've chosen the new shiny one and not the old. It's Woody and Buzz Lightyear style.
It's not the old reliable. Like it's the shiny new toy on the shelf. And the
problem is the old reliable is a lizard man who's going to pick a fight.
Yeah, and who has power and connections, Conor.
He's got power and connections.
I mean, like, look, which one would I prefer to see? Definitely Oppenheimer over the first part of the last.
Also, it gets more interesting because, of course, Top Gun Maverick came out last year and was basically saved cinemas.
Yeah.
last year.
Which, totally fair. But you can't just ride that. That's a different movie. That's not this movie,
True.
You don't get credit just for being there on D-Day. You have to do the rest of the war.
Over $100 million of Maverick's $1.5 billion box office came from IMAX theatres. So, 5%. Is that right?
I think for look, I want to see Tom Cruise try and kill himself on the biggest screen possible, of course.
Every time.
But the idea of Top Gun in IMAX sounds like a better sell than Mission Impossible. Because Top Gun, you get the wide vistas and the big action set pieces. Whereas Mission Impossible, I would feel like a spy film is a little more contained and is suited to any size of screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, also Oppenheimer was exclusively shot with the IMAX large format cameras.
It's all IMAX.
So they have to show it in IMAX.
Did you see there was one fucking mad lad who booked the very front centre seat for Oppenheimer on opening night? The man is going to be irradiated by the end of it.
Your eyes are just going to be like melted into your own head. What the fuck are you doing?
He's going to come out like looking like Death, the Destroyer of Worlds.
And I mean, you have to do the double bill of Oppenheimer Barbie.
Yeah, which you see Barbie used so much pink paint they caused a shortage.
You know what? Absolutely, let it fucking happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
has to.
Greta Gerwig can do whatever she wants with that Barbie movie because she's insane for even attempting it, but fuck me, let's do it.
If Greta did that and caused that shortage and then a week before release said, nah, we're going to do it in black and white and just release it with a filter, I'd be fine with that.
I'd be like, you're dead right, Greta.
Fucking inspired choice.
Made the movie better. I mean, that's so funny. Like that, the fact that Barbie and Oppenheimer are going up together. Twitter is very funny with the two of them, the rivalry. But now the two of them have joined together up against Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. So now it's 2v1.
And I think Greta and Chris might have it. Do you know?
I think so. I think they're more powerful.
Yeah, combined and separate, I would say.
Yeah. So, Sean, we're going to move on to our next piece of news. And what I have here is news about Deadpool 3 that doesn't involve around Ryan Reynolds and his improving, is X-Men. In the fact that we know Hugh Jackman's going to appear in that movie, but we have now heard more reports that not only is Mr. Jackman appearing, there will be more original X-Men appearing in Deadpool 3 alongside Ryan Reynolds.
This is interesting. I've seen photos. Halle Berry dyed her hair storm colour again.
So Halle Berry, Famke Janssen and James Marsden could be making their MCU debuts in the upcoming movie alongside Hugh Jackman.
I mean, it would be nice to like have a like acknowledge. Oh no, all those movies happened. Like, kind of tough. I think you burned your bringing back Patrick Stewart. Burned that in Multiverse of Madness.
And when did they burn that? Did he get a neck snap or something?
The very moment they snapped his neck in a dream.
Yeah. So they brought back the most powerful mutant of all time, snapped that boy's neck.
Just kill him. Just straight killed him this time. Bring back McAvoy and Fassbender. Please bring back Fassbender.
We just want Fassbender back in general, but I don't think you can bring back Fassbender and then also Halle Berry and James Marsden's crew. No.
There was a really good fan theory I saw, which was we've never really got into it. But there's a thing called the Mojo-verse. We touched on it in the Psylocke report, actually.
It's in the Psylocke verse where Mojo is... Okay, let me try and do this from memory.
Do it.
Mojo is a character, not Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls, but Mojo is a character that is obsessed with having a TV show and like making all of the heroes actors in the TV show. And he brought Psylocke in as a character in this fake TV show in the Mojo-verse, and that is a real thing that happened in comic books.
Exactly. So the idea of and this could be, you could go really meta with it. This is what this fan theory says, is that Mojo is the one who is bringing Deadpool to the MCU because he's the most popular character. And he would be good for ratings. But then you have to
introduce the Mojo-verse into this fucking place.
Dude, they could do it. They could, I believe they could actually do that. Also,
have you seen the recent movies?
Well, look, Spider-Verse was good, probably.
Probably.
And then Deadpool gets to bring one person along, but it has to be the other most popular X-Man, and that's how Wolverine is brought into things. Also, Mojo to be played by none other than Mike Myers, which I think would be fucking great.
I mean, you just go all out for this movie.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
And say goodbye to everyone, and like big Endgame style final battle with all the old mutants.
Oh, also this brings up the fact of how is James Marsden not an absolute like much bigger star than he is?
I have no idea. He's not really A-list, is he?
Like he should be. Like he should be.
He's been in enough things that enough people have enjoyed.
He's so good at comedy, drama. I mean, look at the hair on the lad. He's got fantastic hair.
He can do it all. He can do it all.
He
He always plays second fiddle to someone.
I don't understand it. Every time I watch it, although then I watch X-Men number 3 and he dies beside a lake, but you don't even see him die.
We see his glasses, though, and that's all you need.
That's what they need. That's what he's most famous for. Seán, I mean, if you bring in the other three, you're taking a big fight at the end, is how you're seeing it.
I think if you assemble an X-Men team, I think they have to fight at least a mindless horde or two, you know.
Oh, it sounds boring, though.
What if it's... Okay, here's what I would do, okay? And in this world, they go to Mojoverse, and it's all about, like, She-Hulk style meta-referential humour about the MCU, okay? But they have a fight at the end, and all of the robots that they're fighting are cameras, and the fight is entirely from that perspective. And they're, like, you just see all these heroes, like, swinging about and fighting, but in, like, real time, and not perfectly choreographed and edited and cut. And
you're really going in on the mojo.
Wild swings on cameras. I think it'd be really fucking cool. And you just see him getting closer and closer to Mojo, and then the camera spins round and they break down the door and they punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face and that's finished.
Yeah. And then...
Cool. Are you bringing back Patrick Stewart for no reason or Ian McKellen?
The fan theory is that during the battle, it swaps between the two because the universes are all mixing at this point.
Okay.
And the screen goes half and half, and then Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy say, "To me, my X-Men." And, like, something about that makes me really fucking happy. I don't know what to say.
I rewatched Days of Future Past recently.
It's good, right?
Up.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is solid. Like, better than it has any right to be.
Like, really, really great fight scenes at the start and at the end. Like, so cool.
Yeah, the Sentinels are, like, perfectly done in that movie.
Seán, do you, or actually I'm not going to say do you, but really I'm going to do it anyway.
Go for it.
Would you like to hear this month's version of Fantastic Four? Who's in it now?
Oh, I would love to hear this. It was a 4-person casting rumour, wasn't it? Like the actual team.
So I have one specific person that was offered it. Are you thinking of Mr. Adam Driver, who was last month's? Then you have Paul Mescal.
Yes, this is what I saw on the lineup, and I'm like,
Well, Margot Robbie has been offered a major MC role as Sue Storm, apparently. This is from insider reporting that has said that basically Margot Robbie was offered the Invisible Woman role in the MCU. Other options are Jodie Comer. The joke for this movie is that they have offered these roles to literally everyone in Hollywood, I think, at this point. So whoever gets it, fair fucks.
Yeah, like just whoever wants it can have it at this point, I think. Do you think they're going to rush a Fantastic Four casting announcement because they can't really announce new projects with the writer's strike going on?
Oh...
Do you think they're winding up for that in the next few weeks or months?
That is a very clever marketing option, and yes, I do agree, because it's meant to start filming in January.
Yeah, this is the thing. So at least if there was casting news, you could be like, okay.
They could be waiting for like big Comic-Con or Expo in like late August, early September as well.
That would be the time, wouldn't it, to announce
like
it?
San Diego would be the time to announce stuff as well.
Yeah, or D23, is that coming up? Or
D23 as well. Like that, like all that stuff is normally where they do like the really big things. I mean, we kind of mentioned last time with Adam Driver is that he should be Doctor Doom. That he's been offered, or he's been rumoured to be Doctor Doom, or he's offered Doctor Doom, but he's also in the role for Mr. Fantastic, which I suppose on a psychological level works, because those two characters are both bastards. Two sides of the same coin.
That is true. And look, if I were to pick an actor out of my head who would commit to doing stretchy arms, it would be Adam Driver 100%.
World's whitest boy, Adam Driver.
I just think that, like, you get some actors, like you get Jeremy Strong from Succession or something. That man isn't doing wiggly little arms.
Nah, no way. He's too like composed. You need the widest man in the world who's going to commit big time to the big stretchy go-go arms.
Yeah, and I need him because he's also a wild card. Like, he's a really good actor, but he'll just do fucking weird, odd stuff. My favourite thing that he's ever done, he did an SNL sketch where he played an 87-year-old oil baron at a parents' day at school. And it's just hilarious because he goes fully into it and he's a lunatic.
He gets like fully into character as like, this is the most serious thing I've ever worked on and I really need this to go well.
Yeah, so I think he'd be a better Doom, but I could see him as fantastic.
I mean, so far the options have been for Sue Storm. I mean, you have Jennifer Lawrence back like a few years ago. She was rumoured.
Yeah.
And then you also had Mila Kunis. She was being considered. And then you also had Jodie Comer. She was being considered for Sue Storm. So basically any actress in Hollywood at the minute who's famous, who isn't already cast in the MCU, who isn't already cast, you are probably going to get an offer to do this movie.
Honestly, if she hadn't been Black Widow, like Scarlett Johansson would be up for this, Florence Pugh would be up for this, like if they weren't already established characters.
Yeah.
This is how casting works.
I mean, at this point I don't really mind because like I don't think anyone cares as much as they did.
I don't like you can enjoy it and it'll be great, but none of it matters in the end.
Like when they announce the cast, I'll be like, cool.
I can't change that. That's right.
Is it going to be good? Probably. I mean, the level of difference between Jennifer Lawrence, Mila Kunis and Jodie Comer and Margot Robbie, probably not that great in terms of them in the movie.
Yeah, like it's most of it could come down to the writing, Connor.
I've now started, and those guys aren't around at the minute, so that's going to be a hindrance. Sean, we're going to finish off. Also, if Paul Mescal is Johnny Storm, that man's a fucking genius. Can I don't know. That?
He must have dirt on someone. He
has the greatest agent in all of Hollywood. Not that we think he's bad. We really want to make it clear.
I can't stress how talented and good the man is. But there's no explanation for how far he's gone.
From 0 to 200.
Like he went through a Hercules-style training arc, apparently. Like, it's insane.
he went from nobody knew who he was to Daniel Day-Lewis in like a week.
But he's still like, he goes to his local shop and buys bread.
He was back home a few weeks ago.
Yeah. People met him out. And he was
just drinking.
Paul was in great form by all accounts.
Enjoying his time. And I'm like, you're big.
I don't understand the man, but I want to be his friend.
Look, fair fucks to you, Paul. We couldn't be prouder of you, but also very funny. I hope you do get Johnny Storm. Amazing.
Yeah, I hope you get the thing. Fuck it.
Look, he would kill it. He would kill it, but me and you were just blind. They were just like, that's Paul. That's Paul in the big screen movies.
Yeah, he's up on the big screen there. Look at him.
It's like going to see your friend in a play. It's like, there's my friend.
Also, if he is cast in like the MCU, before every screening of that, it should be the Denny Sausages ad that he was in. Should play before it.
Anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, look up Denny Sausages and Paul Mescal. Denny, Dennys, and then you're grand.
Lovely sausage. Lovely vegetarian sausage as well,
To get the joke, you'll have to understand that there's a place in Ireland called Ballyhaunis. There you go. We've solved the ad.
You solved it.
So we're finishing off movie monthlies. I was going to say this week, but this month. With the news, and you're not going to like this. It's Spider-Verse news, kind of, but not really. It's not about the movie itself. Okay. Spider-Man producers have teased a live-action Miles Morales movie and an animated Spider-Woman film in the future. So this is Amy Pascal, who... I mean, she's on a fucking roll at the minute, but she has said that Spider-Woman and a live-action Miles Morales movie are in the works at Sony.
Do you know what? Good. Okay, but get the people that currently write those characters to write those characters in the movie. Now, my call is at the end of Beyond the Spider-Verse. And look, I don't know what is happening in the next one. I won't know that till tomorrow. But at the end of the Beyond the Spider-Verse that's coming out next year or something, I fully believe it'll like just transition to live action, and like there's your live action Miles Morales at the end.
You think?
I think like that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode.
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking about this? I was like, oh, that's a great idea originally. Well, like the Spider-Woman film, I think that'd be excellent. I mean, even if it's Gwen, if you want to do Gwen as Spider-Woman, or not Spider-Gwen, but she is Spider-Woman in that movie, fantastic. Let her have her own film. But with the live-action Miles Morales thing, I'm like, the Spider-Verse movies are so good.
You don't want to touch him,
like I wouldn't touch him. I'm like, you've literally done perfect films with this character. Why would you then be like, let's put him in a different medium? And look, that's not saying the movie won't be good. I'm just like, you've nailed it. It's just let's just leave it.
Yeah, but I think it's on like it could if it say outside of even it's not in the MCU, it's in the Sony universe. What will that do for the Sony universe? Will that make it good?
I mean, yes, because like Miles Morales is such a cool character. Like, he's so great, and he's as good as Peter Parker.
Conor, Miles Morales technically in the Sony he could fight Michael Keaton's Vulture again. Like, just have Spider-Man fight Vulture again.
Because he's in a different universe.
Yeah, but it has something to do with Spider-Man. And I it could be cool. I know it's a risk. It's a risk.
Yeah,
but Miles Morales is so fucking cool.
It's only a risk because... But would we say the opposite if it was a live action going to animated? I think that's an easier transition.
It is an easier transition. There's a lot more can carry over from live action. Like, you can get the actor who played the character in live action to do the voice. I also think it's easier if the movie you're transitioning from, whether animated or live action, was shit. Really easy transition. If you're coming from a shit property and they're like, we're doing them again, but we're doing them in animated or live action, you're like, great. Because if the Spider-Verse films were bad, you'd be like, thank God they get to do justice now to Miles Morales. Yeah.
But coming from like two of the greatest comic book movies ever made, tough sell.
That is true. And like the transition of like, oh, we can do like the creativity and the style and everything that they have for the animation in Spider-Verse to then being like, this is the camera on the tripod. This is what it's able to do. Or we can do some
We can't do bright colours.
Yeah.
We can't do the bright colours around them. I'm sorry.
It won't happen. It won't work this time. So yeah, that's a change. But taking the character of Miles Morales and just putting him in a situation in live action could be interesting. He's really good in the Spider-Man PS5 game, I will say. And
I think there's a really interesting thing now where there was like a load of Twitter tweets and comments about like in the next 20 years, who is Spider-Man to the next generation? Is it Miles Morales? Is it Peter Parker? I mean, I think it's both. I think they're both excellent. I think it's not going to be a case. It's going to be Barry Allen, Wally West. Like they're both really good as that character. It depends when you grew up. So I suppose people now with the CW show, Barry Allen is their Flash. But 10 years before that, you had the Justice League animated show where Wally West was the Flash. And that's their Flash. But also those people like the CW show because it's just the character of the Flash and they're different people portraying that.
Yeah, exactly. Like in some ways it's like asking someone who their Batman is in terms of actor, because a lot of people like grew up on the Christian Bale Batman or the Keaton Batman or anything like that. Mine is instantly Pattinson Batman though. That's the best version. But like,
I rewatched it on my birthday.
Pretty good.
I got asked what I wanted to watch. I was like, the Batman. That's goddamn right.
That's all I want to watch. But I think Spider-Man is just like, it's Spider-Man. Like, you know what Spider-Man stands for. And different characters can be Spider-Man. As is proven, there's a bajillion Spider-Man out there.
True.
And it's interesting to watch all of them.
And you don't have to have seen Spider-Verse, you just need to see the trailer. There's a bajillion Spider-Man out there in all different types.
And there's a reason that like Spider-Man, like they're both called Spider-Man in the comics. There's no difference between.
I love that. I really love that. Like it's something that you don't see that often. Like you don't normally get two characters, two completely different people. Normally you sometimes get like universe hopping. They're both the same person but from different worlds. No,
how
like two separate people, they are the same hero.
Yeah, then they operate the same way, use the same loadouts and gear and same name, same code name. Like, it doesn't matter, they're just getting the job done. Like, That's cooler to me than like, and here's other Spider-Man or like Iron Lad or whatever.
I would love to see a live-action Miles Morales movie and a live-action Batman Beyond movie. And I think you print money, do the two of them, and it'd be great.
Make it happen. I would like...
Because they're both Batman. It's different people.
Different people, but both Batman. Yeah, same story with that. Like
it's the same concept.
Yeah, I would like a live-action Ben Reilly movie because I want them to have to process all of that in a live-action film.
All of his angst.
And what you do, you cast Tom Holland's brother as Ben Reilly.
And he hates Tom Holland.
Oh, he hates Tom Holland so much.
He hates him. Yeah, I think that's it for this month's Movie Monthly, Sean. I think we kind of covered everything. We didn't talk the Dune trailer because I don't want to be spoiled on it.
That's fair, and we're allowed to do that, Conor. It's our show. I'm very looking forward to June for what it's worth.
I can't wait.
It's June right now. Will I take us out, Conor?
Please.
Thank you everyone for listening
again as well.
to this month's episode of Movies Monthly. We'll be back on Wednesday with Weird News, Friday with Hero or Zero, and next month with another Movie Monthly wrap-up show thing. Spider-Verse review coming later on in the week over on... that's coming out here. There's a bunch of stuff over on Patreon that all came out. We talked about...
We did a review of Knives Out last week.
Knives Out, one of Conor's favourite films. We did it for his birthday. Wish Conor a happy birthday. I got your present delivered to my house. It's on its way to your house. Hey, look.
But I don't live in your house. I live in my house.
See, this is the thing. This is why I was confused. I was like, why is this lovely diamond watch delivered to me? Oh, no.
Wow, it's my birthday too.
Well, I guess I'll hang on to this. But yeah, stuff over on the Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast, and shout outs to Róisín the wife Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, Waffles loves you and is hoping you have a good day, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and it'll be grand, Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish, Walrus forever, Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Luke, Darth, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Buster, Ed Ball, Lorraine and Conor swapped the order of their names to purposefully bamboozle Seán. Russ, after the Lollipop Man antics, I am really excited to hear tales of Seán as a kid plumber, kid cop and kid pilot-Parfitt. Jackson Brueheim, Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tistily subscribed to the Patreon, and Ciara Lawler. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed the Movie Monthly and hope you're looking forward to the week of shows now that we're both back. There is a merch store as well, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter's at Heroes for Hire Pod, 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast, and the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Very quick.
I'm fighting off a sneeze for about 5 minutes, so I'm doing my best here.
All that pollen. I sent that box to your house.
Oh no!
So, I have been Conor Lawler.
I have been Seán Bean.
And we shall see you all next month, guys.
Bye.